friends, MD Vegan. It is my gentle juice fasting day. That is once a week. I drink only juices or other beverages where my food is stripped of the fiber. That means my digestion doesn't have to do anything to do. As free, I rest my digestion. And the nutrients from the juices, they keep me vibrant. It makes fasting easier than just water fast. You still have nutrients. Yeah. And they go direct into the blood, and then the full energy is there. Of course, that's why I have to drink it slowly, but I have to drink enough. A lot of water and liquid is going through my body to cleanse everything out, because the body begins to cleanse, to purify itself from toxins, as well the mind does. Thoughts come up. I am more aware, sensitivity is boosted, and so on of self-reflection begins. And so I can get rid of things I didn't want to think about for some time, and it came up and is still there and doing something in my mind. It's decluttering, like putting everything out you don't need anymore. Getting rid of so that is the fasting day every week. It's a routine, become a routine, and it's very nice. And what makes it so much fun now, besides the good health effects and the mental health, also clarity, it is also creative. You know, I create juices, the new juice recipes, and it is like I always try to explain, sometimes in my videos at least, I try to explain how I make these recipes, because that's something that's to me, to myself, most amazing. Being creative, I feel that is my highest capacity, to create something new. That is something really fascinating, and I think it helps the human mind to evolve, to be creative. So much fun, besides all the other things we have to do every single day that are not really creative, where you just have to do things, get things done. But the creativity is the crown of everything, somehow it seems, and it is a lot of fun if you do it right. And with the juices, it's a nice example. I try to explain it with a painting, and it is so much fun because I noticed it today. That's why I'm telling you now how I made this juice. It's a juice with 9 ingredients, so it's a big complex juice, a lot of juice, different ingredients. Usually I begin juicing with 3 ingredients, very simple, and but I can do now more ingredients because I got to know the single ingredients in there pretty well in all the time I've been juicing. And that's how I would recommend to begin for everybody. If I were asked how to make any recipe, how to learn cooking on your own, I would say get to know the ingredients first. Begin with ingredients you like. Like, for example, I made a carrot juice before. I made an apple juice before. I made an orange juice before. And then I began to combine orange, apples, and pears, for example. Recently I made a juice with orange, apples, pears. And I tell you, that was so amazing. The new texture that came, a creaminess I wouldn't have expected from that juice. And the flavor also so amazing, so exciting. Just apples, pears, and oranges together. So that was how I began today. I began with this combination. I recently found this combination was very delicious. Apples, pears, and oranges. I show you. Here's the pear. 3 pears. 3 apples. Here. Apples, pears. That's the first 2 ingredients. And then the third one is the orange. Also pretty much the same amount of oranges. There happen to be 2 oranges. You can have 3, depends on the size of the oranges. But here pretty much the same. A big cup here, 2 cups, that is 2 cups. And with this maybe 3 cups or 4 even. It's not easy to count apples and oranges in cups. But to give you an idea how much it is, pretty much the same amount of each. Apples, pear, oranges. That combination was the inspiration to begin. One of the inspiration, because I like the juice so much, the apple, pear, orange, that I wanted to use it in this recipe. So I begin with something I already know, and then I build upon it. So that was the first thing. The second thought was make a beet juice. Here I have a large beet, or medium large, let's say. I guess it's also 2 cups or so, or 1 cup. Yeah, it's 2 cups of beet when you cut it into pieces like this to go into the juicer. So the beet juice is the first vegetable in this juice, yeah. And it came to my mind as I thought about the pear, yeah. The pear, apple, and orange combination at the base has the pear. The pear is very nice with beet. Beet and pear are a perfect combination. If you want to make a beet juice, you have to put something into it, otherwise it scratches in the throat, it doesn't really work. And pear is my first to go to when I make a beet juice. Beet, pear, perfect. In a story. A little bit of lemon maybe, but that's it, what you need. You still taste this wonderful pear. A beet is a wonderful beet, but you don't have the scratching. And the pear makes it nicer even. So pear, beet were the second inspiration. Now I have a pear beet juice with this complexity of the orange and apple, yeah, to it, so second thing. And now I want to refine this. I made this juice before, I know it works. So I want to do something extra. And one thing extra with juices that are already complex is always a celery stick. So a celery stick, to put a celery stick into a juice, yeah, on many recipes, is like a wonderful seasoning for these flavors. This is a flavor in a juice. I wouldn't use it on its own. I know some people like the celery juice. It's considered to be super healthy, and it is really very healthy. Celery is very healthy. But to me personally, so far, I didn't really enjoy the pure celery juice. But what I do is I love celery as a seasoning. Not only in traditional cooking where celery is always in, when you make a soup with vegetables, you put a celery in to give it a nice twist. It's wonderful. And it's like a salt a little bit. Yeah. To add a little bit salt without using salt. And it's also, it makes here the juices here, these juices, it makes it like a little bit of smoky, earthen flavor. Very nice, something really strong in the background. Not aggressive, just very nice. Gives it a little bit more rural flavor. It's very, very wonderful, really. You're going to try that. It's really a big win for any flavor. It's a different flavor now. It adds a different flavor, but it's very nice to try. So that was the main thing today, the celery. Add the celery to season this juice, this new juice to me. But I want to go a little bit further, and I want to put something strong green into the juice. You have a fruit juice, it's purely energizing. You know? It gives a lot of sugar in the fruit, and that pushes me up and gives me really, wakes me up. It's very nice to have a fruit juice. I love that. Have to drink it slowly, yeah, not to overwhelm the system, but it gives me a wonderful energy. It tastes so fantastic. Yeah, I love the fruit juices here. But the power from the greens is a completely different story, and also different flavors. So today I add a bunch of cilantro. Yeah, and yeah, to say why cilantro? Yeah, because I go back to the original beet pear juice, and that I used with parsley. And I have to say, parsley with pear and beet is also a perfect combination. You can try that without a second guess. Yeah, pear and parsley is a perfect combination. That together with beet is also perfect. And now I replaced the parsley, simply replaced it with cilantro. And cilantro is as powerful as parsley. It's also called the Chinese parsley, because parsley and cilantro both have a unique capacity to cleanse the body from heavy metals. And heavy metals are one of the main problems for our systems. We always get heavy metals in, and when we are under stress, the body tries to keep it. And that's not very good. It can destroy everything, inner organs, DNA, and so get rid of the heavy metals is very important. And cilantro can do it. Yeah. Usually the heavy metals, they like to be in the fat or in the liver or in the kidneys, but with these things, yeah, greens, especially cilantro, parsley, very strong, they get out of it. Yeah, you can't even if you have parsley, it's so powerful, you can even drink too much of it, because the cleansing can become too strong and you get unpleasant. That strong it is, and I guess cilantro is as strong. But I don't have to have one bunch. There's no problem with one bunch. I put the bunch into that. So that will be my recipe for today. Still, one more ingredient I add to make it a little bit more profound, and that is a carrot. A carrot is a nice addition for a beet juice. You can always put a carrot into beet juice. Always nice. I have 3 carrots here, and that's my juice. And the lemon and ginger here to boost everything, to give it a nice boost. Yeah, to heighten the original flavors in there. As I said, the orange, apple, pear trinity at the beginning, with the beet juice refined by the celery, and then give it a whole new twist with the cilantro. A very complex juice, and the carrot adds more earth to it. It's very gentle, it's an easy thing, and lemon and ginger to boost everything. So that's the story of this juice, of the single ingredients, how they play together in my mind, how I compose this picture. And to come back to the beginning of my story, how I create a recipe, to give you an example here, that was like a painting to me. And when I began today to think about the ingredients I would use, I put the single ingredients in the order that came to my mind on this table here, on the cutting board. I put the pears first, then I put the oranges, then I put the apple, then I put the beet, and I went, what else can I do? And I thought, this is like a palette, like you paint a picture, you have the colors you need, you prepare the colors you need on your palette, and then you compose, the basic colors you want to have, the harmonies, the basic harmonies, like in music. If you use a certain minor accord or so to make a music piece, or a raga in Indian music, they have a line of notes, like a scale, and the scale is the base for the music of that piece. So you begin the composition with using a scale, for example. Or I can use a certain number of colors for a painting, or a certain number of ingredients for the picture of my recipe, so to say. And it fits so nicely into my imagination with the colors for a painting I prepare, because I have nothing else to do than juicing these ingredients. I don't need to do anything else. I don't need to cook them, nor to blend them, or not to prepare them in any other way. I just blend them all together, juice them all together in one container, and that makes it so easy. So I have pretty much the direct experience of what these ingredients, how they play together. Nothing else, like in other dishes, a salad, then you have a dressing, you combine it with the ingredients of the salad, and the leaves and the carrots and everything. That is a whole different story, because so much more happens on each step when you make the salad and the dressing than with the juice. The juice is the easiest thing to begin cooking, because you have the ingredients as is. You do not change anything from that to them. You just juice them, and you have the pure flavors. They play together, and you feel them right away. You feel the effect right away, without having a lot of delay. And that's my story for today. Now I will juice the juice. I will do that now, and I come back in a moment and show you the result. I never tasted it. I'm very excited about adding here the celery and the cilantro with this wonderful trinity of apples, oranges, and pears with the beet. In a moment, come back. Wow, look at that. Almost 2 liters. So one of these is 1 liter about, and this is almost 2. I put a whole lemon peel into it. Tried a little bit in between. I thought, okay, the lemon peel is a very strong flavor. I'm very careful usually when I make a juice, especially with greens. Greens can be very strong, and lemon peel, sometimes I wouldn't add to the strong flavor of the green, but in this case I had a lot of fruit in there. I love juice, a lot of fruit. The fruit is the easy part. The greens are a little bit the difficult part, where it begins to taste bitter, and something we don't like usually, the most of us. So adding fruit I like a lot. I love also fruit juices, and the more fruit I have, the more strong flavors like lemon peel I can put in. And this time I used the whole lemon peel, and well, I think it was good, but I will only know when I try it now. Let's see. So it's a nice juice. The color is typical beet color. If you make a beet juice, you have always dark red. Beet is the strongest color in food, I would say. Don't know anything stronger, and you always have this color with beet. Nothing can override that. And you can make it a little bit lighter, a little bit darker. With greens, it gets beautifully dark. It's awesome. Green and light red can be wonderful. And colors are not insignificant. Colors are one of the most important part of nutrition. We only learn about that. Famous doctors say, eat your rainbow. That means eat all the colors, eat all the nutrients you can get. And in the colors, all nutrients are reflected. So, más o menos. So, beautiful color, texture also, not that creamy, not that runny, just in between. It's also nice. Juicing a pear, for example, makes a creamy juice. Juicing a carrot makes a runny juice. So there's everything in between, and so it's a nice medium texture. Yeah, that's also good. So now color, texture. The third is flavor. Let's see the flavor now. Most importantly. Wow. Oh, that's what I need right now. It's a wonderful flavor. It's one flavor. It doesn't fall apart in many pieces. They don't stick together. Yeah, that's one thing that is good. It's one flavor. And there is not a flavor like cilantro, it's very strong, or the ginger is also very strong, or lemon peel or so, that sticks out too much. There's a little tinge from the cilantro. Yeah, it is one bunch of cilantro is a lot, and it is there. It is there. It's a little metal-like, but it is really nicely seasoning the beet, the carrot, the orange, the apple, the pear. Very nice, really. It's a clear characterization with the cilantro flavor is there, but in a very nice harmony with the other flavors. It's not too sweet, it's not too sour, it's not too hot. The ginger and the lemon peel could make it hot and bitter. Nothing is there. It's very round and harmony. It's one round, beautiful flavor. Very, like an oil, so to say. Not the flavor of the oil, but the texture of the oil where it runs smoothly down. My first picture that came to mind was a smooth running oil oozing out. That was the picture of the flavor. Very nice. Not the flavor of the oil, of course, but the texture is like the flavor here. So let me show you the juice. I'm so excited. Yeah. All these juices are little paintings I make. if they are great, because I know the ingredients already, I know most likely these compositions will be great. They're always different. Always excited to show you what it looks like. Here I have a little glass here. That's the glass I will use to drink it, because I drink it slowly in small sips over a longer time. And here is the runniness, the running beet juice here, with all the other ingredients. Beautiful, right? Beautiful juice. You can't buy these juices nowhere. In no shop they have these juices. You have to make it yourself. I tried many juices in shops. Sometimes you have a shop where they press the juices right away. But otherwise you don't get them. And then when they press the juices, that can be interesting. It's also very expensive, of course, because it's a lot of you have to store the fruit and so on, and you have to make it right away. It's a lot of work in front of the customer. So the fresh juices are really big for me, and it's the only day basically in the week when I have my juices here. Because on other days I have whole food plant-based diet. That means the whole fruit, the whole vegetable, the whole nut, not just the extract, not just the essence. Yeah. So on a fasting day, I take everything I cannot digest out of the juice, out of the fruit, and then I drink it, I enjoy it. So once a week only, usually. Sometimes I have a juice to enjoy myself, I have to admit. But it's a very expensive thing, because this year, this is what we cannot digest, mainly, not 100%, but more or less. This is what we cannot digest, and they take out of the juice. And of course, that is also expensive. You pay for it in the shop. So if you have a garden, you can bury it in the garden. It's the best fertilizer you can imagine. I did that for a while. A little piece of earth here I can use. The landlord allowed me to, and it's really nice. Just dig it there, nothing else, just a little bit, and everything grows from it. It's so nice. The plants love it. So that you can do. Otherwise, somebody asks what to do with it. You can make breads or live bakery with it. But honestly, when this is there, it is really stripped of the flavor. It tastes really flavorless, dull. So it's hard to use in crackers also. You can use, but a lot you can't use. Yeah. Sometimes I used a nut meal. Yeah. When you have a nut flour, you make a nut milk or seed milk. You press it through a nut milk bag, and inside the nut milk bag remains the nut flour. You can use that. Sometimes that works in a cake, in a live bakery. I make a chocolate cake, for example, with a lot of nut meal. Yeah, that worked. But sometimes when you try the cracker with these, they taste like nothing, like cardboard almost. So it's not easy to use all this. And honestly, if I make my juice once a week, a lot of juice, I can't use all of this. So I throw it away usually. Yeah, but you can put it into the earth if you have a garden. If not, I throw it away. And there is a little bit of waste, but the effect of fasting, it's like a medicine a little bit. A medicine is more expensive, like a simple juice. You just have vegetables, plants. They are pretty inexpensive in comparison to other foods. Yeah. So I know the prices are going up right now, especially for food. It's not nice to see the prices going up in the market, especially vegetables and fruit. They are more expensive now. There are so many reasons in the economy and so now it's not nice, but still. So I don't do that often, yeah. But once a week I enjoy a great juice, maybe 2 or so, and the rest of the week I eat my veggies and my fruit. But this cleansing is so important. It brings so much benefits for the health and for the well-being. I don't want to miss it anymore. It's one of the most important parts of my lifestyle now. My lifestyle medicine is a big topic now in medicine, as opposed to the 90s where doctors didn't know anything of lifestyle medicine, where the well-being is cared for, therapies and so, not just medications. There's the lifestyle, what you do, how you eat, how you breathe, how you exercise, you practice, and these kind of things are all lifestyle. Yeah? What you think, also what you music you listen to, what you and these kind of things, what you do with people, how you engage in the society. All this is lifestyle medicine. That is a big thing now. It's more and more important, more and more fun, and research goes into that. This is part of it. The fasting is part of it, and it's one of the most important parts of my lifestyle. Yeah? Yoga practice every day is crucial to me. I really need that breathing, moving, rhythmic, the systematic approach every day. Practice that has to be in a certain way, and so with a certain focus, calm of my mind, and this and the food, of course, vegan diet, healthy vegan diet, and then this music, dancing. That's all lifestyle. Good friends. Yeah. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. A lot of talk here today. I wanted to talk a little bit about creativity, especially about fasting day. I'm always very creative. I love that. And maybe you can enjoy and have something like that. I don't know. And again, thanks for watching. If you like my video, subscribe MD Vegan on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day. And find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. And there's a Facebook page called Tree Yoga Moon Fasting. It's my yoga style, Tree Yoga. And the moon fasting comes from there. This kind of fasting, very gentle. Gentle juice fasting comes from that Tree Yoga style. And there's a Facebook page, Tree Yoga Moon Fasting, and you can be a member there too. And then you see all my juices there. I post them once a week with a moon fasting calendar, the best fasting days, and other things related to fasting. Thanks a lot. Hope to see you soon.